You know, something I wanted.
You called Danny yet?
Okay.
Anytime I eat ice, just get some ice. I think it's breaking somewhere now.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Chevis. Sorry about that, girl. It's been a crazy afternoon. How are you?
Let me tackle this pizza. And I can remember the pizza.
Yes, a couple other people have it. I sent the link yesterday. Hey, Drea. Andrea has it. I just sent her the link today. Oh, yeah. I'm okay. I'm all right. But thanks for asking. You mind putting the payment information in the chat for me, please? I gotta like go in and edit all my stuff on this channel. Hey, Drea. How you doing? So new channel because my old channel stopped sending you guys notifications. When I checked, it had basically stopped sending you guys notification in April. So I'm not sure why it's doing that. I don't know, but I just listened to Shavish advice and I got on my other YouTube channel. That's what happened. Oh, you're waiting on patients to leave? Okay. I'm okay. I'm all right. So yeah, if you guys are wondering why I had to change my channel, that's what it was. My other YouTube channel was starting to just become a ghost town. It wasn't sending notifications, so it was irritating. Oh, I bet. I can only imagine having to work with people that you don't like or don't care for. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started with Drea. Drea has sent for her reading offline. It's okay, Drea. Hey, there's a way. There, when there's a will, there's a way. At least I had a second YouTube channel, you know, like a backup one. I may try the other one just to kind of test it to see if the notifications come back. But in the meantime, just subscribe to both. All right. So, Drea, I'm gonna look at your question again just to get an overview. Okay. So let me look and see timing wise when you're going to hear from her. Where's my time cards? Yeah, I just want to know when she'll reach out. Okay. Oh, hold on 1 second, you guys. 1 moment. A call came in. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back, Drea. All right, so let's look at timing of when Chris is going to reach out to you. Let's look at that first. When is Chris going to reach out to Drea? When is Chris going to reach out to Drea? When is Chris going to reach out to Drea? Give me the timing. It says in a few days. So she is going to be reaching out to you in a few days. And what is the conversation going to be about when she does reach out to her? What is the conversation going to be about when she does reach out to Drea? You guys are going to be talking about y'all relationship or y'all situation. I see it coming up because y'all have the 10 of Cups here, but then you have the 7 of Wands. And just kind of like going back and forth about the ending. Reflecting on the situation that happened. Maybe even having moments of truth with each other about how y'all both felt, you know? Like I just see some real conversations coming in. You also have the 10 of Wands here as well. So this is kind of like the burden. So maybe you express to her like these type of behaviors is kind of why you felt like you couldn't move forward, you know? Because it's like I can't really trust that you'll, you know, stay transparent with me. You know, why did you block me like that? So I just see you guys having like conversation about how each other feels, y'all point of view, and reflecting on the relationship that y'all had, the marriage that y'all had. Okay. Anything else? Zyla, check your pizza. Yeah, it's out in a few days. I see you guys trying to continue to remain cordial. But however, because of y'all's situation and because of the fact that you guys are getting divorced, it's as you guys continue forward, trying to keep this energy going, it's going to start getting rocky. It's going to start getting rocky. I don't necessarily see y'all being able to stay cordial over a certain period of time. So that's just kind of what I see. And honestly, sometimes it happens in divorces, you know, even if you and a person agree to whatever stipulations y'all put for each other, people switch up. People change their mind, you know? People start to feel bitter. So I just see it kind of eventually it'll phase out. No, it's not a closure conversation. 1 second. 1 second. All right, back to what I was saying. No, it's not a closure conversation. It's just more of like a here's my peace of mind, here's my point of view. Like I said, I see y'all trying to continue forward after this. However, like I was saying, it's going to start to get harder to stay cordial. It's going to start to get harder to stay friends. Just because you went your way, she's going her way. And maybe y'all decide y'all want to start talking to other people. You know what I'm saying? It's just things like that can really drift people apart, especially if you're already divorcing. So this is kind of what I'm seeing for you and her. But like I said, in a few days, you'll hear something. Yeah. Yep. And it happens, you know? How do you feel about like potentially her dating other people too? Because I know you had asked about your future spouse and stuff like that. But it's like, do you feel like you would be prepared for that too? For her to move on? You're welcome. You're fine with her moving on? Okay. That's fair, Drea. I'm glad you can see it from an open perspective. Yeah. And I mean, who doesn't, you know, I think initially most people, well, I ain't gonna say most, but some people do think that can, that can be the solution. But I don't know. I just feel like over time, y'all will start to kind of drift away from each other, and maybe you get in a relationship with somebody who's not comfortable with that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. But that's in the future, though. Yeah. No, I completely get it. I get it. I know how it is. Okay. Thank y'all for the likes, too. I appreciate it. I'm going to put some music on, y'all. One moment. You're welcome, Drea. Let's see. I can't play anything that's copyright because it will flag my account. Let's see what I can find. Music. Yeah, let's do some relaxing music. Would applying for TC as my next place of residence be the move fulfilling for me? I'll be living alone. Okay, is this a yes, no, in depth? What kind of question is this, Shevish? All right, so will Shevish be applying for TC as her next place of residence? I mean, it could be a potential situation where you could. I mean, with the Tower reverse, it is another way out of the situation that you're in. I mean, it's not exactly what you want. It's not exactly what you had ideally for yourself with the Ace of Swords reverse, but you may feel like you're kind of being like between a rock and a hard place, So I feel like it definitely could be something that you consider. Just like I said, to avoid a full tower. However, will Shevish like being there? Like, will it fulfill her? Because she'll be by herself. Yeah. I mean, so is this like a dorm type of situation? Like, are you gonna be on campus or something? Like, what is this place? What is it? Is it an apartment? It's a regular apartment. Okay. So, as far as like, will it be fulfilling for you? You got the Three of Cups reverse, and you got the Wheel of Fortune reverse. I mean, it's gonna be okay. But like I said, it's nothing that you're going to be like super hyped about. It's just one of them situations where you had to get up out of your situation. So you'll make the most of it. You'll make the best of it. But honestly, you probably are going to be not planning to be there past the year. That's just kind of what I see too. And maybe it's something like you don't like your neighbors or you don't like the, whatever. Because it's hard when you live in an apartment because you never know who you live next to. You never know who lives under you, above you, on the side of you. So I see it being like you're not really that fond of like the surrounding people or the neighbors, but you're going to make the best of a situation with the Wheel of Fortune. The place seemed cool for me and it's in a good area. Well, yeah, the place could be cool, but like I said, you don't know the people that's living there. So you may not like or care for your neighbors. Maybe they're no loud neighbors, or maybe, they always got people over and stuff like that. It's one of them things that I'm picking up like more of a neighbor issue. But you'll make the best of it for the time being. That's good. It's good that it's affordable. That's great. So I see you moving there. Yeah. I mean, if that's what you choose to do, you have the energy shows you can move there. But like I said, it's just not your first pick. It's not your ideal situation, what you really wanted for yourself. Mommy, my food is done. Yay. Happy to hear that. Leave that light alone. Leave it alone. Turn it off. I love you too, sweet girl. Can I kind of edit my question? I want to ask about versus V. Wait, huh? I want to ask how about VSRP? So you want Okay, so you want to ask how about versus RP? Okay, so you want to know if this place, what is this place called? TC. You want to know if you'll like TC versus RP? Well, Chevich like Chevich like TC versus RP. Like which? Will she like TC more or RP more? Let me see. So you have the four swords to the sun. What? Ask them. They're the ones that put it in there for you. You have the four swords with the sun card here. So I want to say, which one have you been like thinking about the longest? Like which one has been more so on your radar? Which one do you like more right now? I'm not sure. Both TC was the main because it's cheaper. Okay. Well, I feel like they're both decent opportunities with the sun card here. But with the four of swords here, it looks like you're going to be considering one more because of possibly a price factor. And you may actually go towards that one because you have the four of swords. So if that one is the cheaper one, you may kind of apply for that one first. And the RP one is going to be like second. But they're both decent opportunities for you. I mean, at this point, it's like it's better than what's going on. You know what I mean? Like getting out on your own is better than what's going on. So I see you having your first pick, which your first pick is probably the one that's a little bit more cheaper. And then your second pick will be, the other one. You love to be at. I don't honestly feel like you'll love either one. Like I was saying, you will make the best of the situation. But I still see you kind of like you want somewhere else eventually. It's not like your super ideal place to go, but in your circumstances, it's going to work. You know what I mean? Because what did you ideally have for yourself? Like, what did you want? If you could follow your plan that you had and there was nothing to divert off of it, what did you really want to do with your living situation? Both of them look good. I want to look. So it's not about, it's not about the amenities. It's not even about the way the apartment looks. So, okay, I understand why you're saying that because you probably haven't lived by yourself before, but you could love a neighborhood. You could love the apartment. You could love the amenities. But when I tell you that sometimes you have crappy neighbors or sometimes maintenance don't always come when you need them to, sometimes you could have mechanical issues in your apartment. Sometimes you could be dealing with people that like to smoke in their apartment and you get the scent in your apartment. Like it's little knick-knack things like that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So it's not just about the area. Of course, you're going to want that to be in the area if it's close to your job. Yes, that's a perk. But there's much more to it than just how it looks because you have to share a building with other people. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I was saying. You won't hate it. I'm not saying you'll hate it. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like you'll make do with what you have until you could get somewhere that you really want to be at. Because maybe you decide apartments aren't for you and you would like to buy your first home or you would like to be in a townhome where you don't have a neighbor. That's what I mean. So this is kind of just like a soft landing until you get where you want to get, you know? Yeah, right, exactly. So just imagine those nuances at your new place, because again, like you're with people that you don't know. You're living, even if you're on the second floor, you might have a next door neighbor that's annoying, or you may have neighbors underneath you that's annoying. Whatever it is, maybe it's, whatever. So I always say, like, of course, essentially you're on the light where you go, but just keep that open mind that sometimes you can kind of get pros and cons with anything, you know? But it will satisfy your need for security. That's what I will say, and it's affordable. So that's all I was saying. You'll make do with what you have to deal with. Like, it's not like it's a deal breaker for you. You'll make do with it for the time that you need to be there. Hi, Latoya. How are you? Of course. Thank you. Well, I mean, you got to look at it from the perspective of that. You're going to, sometimes when you get something, it's going to be something that you don't like. Just like if you date a person, they're not going to be 100% someone everything that they do you like. There's going to be things that people do that you don't care for. But that's the beauty of life. You got to sometimes be a little flexible. But it will work out for you though. Of course. And I'm doing good too, Latoya. I love having new subs. So new subs do get one free yes or no question. So if you have a yes or no question, please go ahead and put it in the chat. Okay? And thank you for liking the live. Ooh, you want to know if your son, father, Tay, been thinking about you? Okay, so has Latoya's son, father, Tay, been thinking about her? Has Tay been thinking about Latoya? So he is coming out. What's his zodiac sign, love? Yeah, I figured y'all weren't. I could just kind of sense that you guys weren't. He has, but I don't know. Was he not the greatest guy towards you? Because you have the Emperor reversed, but you also have the Chariot. So that can signify yes. He's a Gemini. Okay. It can signify yes, but I don't know if like he may just kind of know that he did a little too much. You know what I mean? Like it's nice to think about you, but he ain't really in. He may kind of be in the doghouse when it comes to you. As far as y'all trying to reconnect and whatever, he may know that that's a dead deal. But yes, with the Chariot. No, LOL, not at all. Oh, your air signs. Wow. So you're a Libra, he's a Gemini. Okay. So what prompted you to ask that question? Have you been like feeling like him kind of pull on your energy, or have you been having dreams about him? Oh, the other baby mama is the problem? Oh. So was it like a scenario where y'all were kind of like both pregnant? Like what happened? You've been saying his name a lot. Oh. Okay. So he got another baby mother, and she has issues with you? Thank you, Shavish. Okay, I got you, Shavish, after Latoya. Yes, before me, and I'm guessing so. Okay. Yeah. Those type of situations always be kind of But honestly, he don't really got the gumption to come and say nothing to you though. You know what I mean? Like I don't see him moving towards you with like admitting that right now. But maybe, I don't know. Maybe he does eventually, but not right now. He just gonna keep it in his mind. So that's what I'm getting for your kid's dad, the Gemini. Okay. All right. Chevish, you want to know what you would truly think and feel about the apartment. Okay, so how would Chevish think and feel about the apartment at TC? How would she think and feel about the apartment at TC? All right, and then how would she think and feel about the apartment at RP? All right, so with the apartment TC, of course. So the cards do see it. Yeah. His energy towards mine on the question. I mean, yeah, he is thinking about you, but I just don't see him making any movement right now because he's the Emperor reverse. So he's not in the energy to be able to entertain anything with you. And he may feel like he knows you're not in the energy to entertain anything with him. So he's going to keep it to himself. All right, so Chevish, the apartment TC, you have the Ace of Wands with the 10 of Coins here. I feel like that it's a more practical decision. And it seems like it's something you're a little bit more optimistic about, okay? Now, is this the one that you said is closer to your work, or is it the RP one? Of course. So they both within vicinity. Okay. And this TC one, maybe you're able to kind of like build a foundation more so. Like maybe this is the one that's a little bit less expensive or cheaper because you have the 10 of Coins here. So the 10 of Coins is all about building foundation. And you could possibly see yourself being able to do that at this one. Now, RP is also nice. You have the Sun card here. You like it. However, you got the Queen of Swords coming out with that one. Why? Why is she the Queen of Swords in this one? High Priestess. And you have the Ace of Cups and okay. Now, I'm not going to lie. I think this RP one is more of your style. It's more of your taste. So the TC one it's nice. It's cool. Like, okay, I can see myself living here. But then it's like the RP one, that's kind of more so your forte because you have the High Priestess and the Ace of Cups here. So you're going to feel like you're going to want to go more towards that one. Even though both are nice, even though both are close. So like I said, it's not that you don't like either one of them, but if you have a preference, it looks like the RP one. Yeah. RP is the more of the preference. That's where you feel like more so like your style because you showed up with the RP one. That's why I was like, Queen of Swords, okay, that's you. Versus this other one, you know? So yeah, I see like an RP a little bit more than TC, okay? So when are you planning to make this move? Or are you just kind of just looking right now? I still can't believe half of my computer is messed up. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to move it over some. Thank y'all for the likes too. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank you. Thank you. That's interesting. I felt like TC was more my taste and how it looks, and it's very close to a lot of things. I wouldn't have to travel far to go do a laundry, to go to a laundromat, or grocery store or food if I needed it. Okay. Well, I will say this: you're gonna go with probably what makes more sense financially for you. So even if RP is more of your taste, you still got the Ace of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles with TC. So if that's more practical for you, then go with the one that's more practical for you. If it has more amenities that you like around it, go with that one. The RP one just probably maybe has a little bit more, maybe it's a little bit more laid out. Maybe they have a little bit more to offer around that area. But if the other one makes more sense for your pocket, then I could see why you would pick that one too. Because like I said, essentially you don't dislike either one of them. It's just whatever makes more sense. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Because it's nothing like someone feeling like they have the power to just rip the foundation from underneath you. That is not a good feeling, Even though you're paying the bills, like you said. That's the irony about all of that. Thank you. Oh, I should have had you do this one too. Huh? Yeah, and it's not even a lot. It's literally like a sink full. One sink. One side. Does he what? Does anyone else have questions for me? Any new subs in here? Ouch.
Mom. Okay, Mom. I have to go clean this basement, and then when I get back up, I'm gonna take a 5-minute break, and then I'm gonna do my job.
Okay, so thanks for letting me know. You said you saw something that happened that won't really be avoidable, like the straw that breaks the camel's back type of thing, I think. Oh, sorry, I didn't even see the one ahead. One last question. Can I pull up my question? If not, that's okay as well. I'll just send. I just wanted to ask, what's gonna be the final straw to make me up and leave from my family? So what's gonna be the final straw that's gonna make Shevish up and leave her family? What's gonna be the final straw, Spirit? Final straw. Well, with the Page of Coins reversed here, just tired of overly pouring yourself into other people, like overly sacrificing yourself, your time, your money, your energy, because someone is obviously very, very entitled with the Ace of Cups upright. But essentially, you're just going to feel like that you're not making any progress to like what you desire. Like every time you turn around, there's a bill due, or someone got their hand out for something, or whatever. So it's like essentially you're going to be trying to preserve yourself. But I do see something emotionally happening to where you may have an emotional moment and really just like speak your mind, because you have the Queen of Cups here, the Five of Coins and the Queen of Cups. Like you're just gonna feel like you're not being appreciated, like you're almost being taken advantage of, and you're tired of that dynamic. You're tired of that dynamic. You're tired of keeping everyone else afloat. But when it's your time to like have stuff for you, or when it's time for you to do stuff for you, like people got a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? So you are getting tired. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. You're tired. You're tired. When I tell you you have nothing left to give, like you have nothing left to give. So ultimately, you're going to remove yourself from that situation. Whether it's like them trying to kick you out or whatever, you already gonna have something up your sleeve. And I just see you. Be careful with that. Is this gonna be her dad that's gonna trigger her? Is it gonna be Shavish's dad that triggers her? Turn it the other way. Sit down and leave that alone. Did y'all give her pizza?
No, it's still going down.
There's no way that pizza's still cooling down. It's probably cold because that's been in the fridge for 30 minutes. You gotta tell her, like, hey, where's my food?
Where's my food?
Okay, so you want to ask if your dad triggers you. Of course, he's gonna trigger you. However, I just see like you create the imbalance, not him, because he's gonna keep doing what he's doing. But I see you being like pulling the plug and saying enough. So you may just decide to opt out on your own. Like I don't necessarily see him kicking you out. He may say or allude to that, but I see you like really being like, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna take you up on that. I'm actually gonna leave for real. Like I just see you being done. I just see you being done. So yeah, it seems like like I said, you're just gonna feel like you're just so depleted. Like you're just over it. Meanwhile, he over there, living his life, enjoying his life, and you're over there tired as heck, working double shifts and all types of stuff just to make ends meet. And you're gonna be like, no, I this is enough. I am done. This is enough. I always notice that Capricorn moon placement people, not all, but most, have to be the adult eventually. Like they have to parent themselves, or they feel like they're put in a position where they have to be the parent. And I feel like that's what is going on. Like they're expecting for you to be the child and the parent at the same time, and it don't work that way. It's either you're going to let me be the adult up in here, or you can stop asking me for money. You get what I'm saying? Is he using me, making me pay more than himself in rent? Is Chevy's dad using her financially? Yeah. You got the moon. Of course he's using you. He's not gonna tell you that, but yeah, and he may lie and say, like, have you ever been able to see the bills by yourself? Like, or does he always act weird with mail? Like when you get mail, he wants you to hand it over. Yeah. Yeah, watch that. If he's like weird with mail and he don't want to let you open the bills and stuff, he be lying. He be pocketing some of that money. He be lying. Yeah, he be lying. Like I feel like he's gotten a bill that was like, let's say you had an electric bill that was like $150. He's gonna tell you it's $250. He's gonna lie. And I don't know, did your dad got like a gambling issue or anything? Or is he like, does he have some type of weird addiction? Like obsession with like betting on sports or anything? What's he in debt from? It's something about gambling, I heard. So I don't know if he likes to like play. You know how you can do those like sports bets and stuff like that? Something that he's doing. And it's like it's a repetitive thing that he's doing, and it's funding that. Okay. Yeah, something that he's doing, and it's fun, and your extra money is funding that behavior. So yes, you are correct in feeling like he's lying because you got the moon. So yes. Yeah, he is taking advantage of y'all. And then right underneath the moon card was the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles could be a great card, but it could be a not so great card when you're asking a question like that, because it shows greed. It shows greed. So even if it's not gambling, I just see it being like an expensive thing that he does, like, or purchases. So, but yeah, that's why he's weird with mail, though. That's why he don't let y'all get the mail. That's why he don't want you opening his mail. If you do open his mail, it's a war. Like, even if the mail has your name on it, it's a war. You better not open none of them utility bills. That is so sad, Shevish. Sorry you are going through that. I really am. So sorry. What's up? It is, yeah. I don't know. Because my brother hardly paying, because he has his own situation. I would be too. Well, yeah. So he know he can't look towards your brother. Your brother is probably just like him. But he might play off of the fact that, and maybe it was one of those type of situations where you always maybe felt like you had to earn your dad's love. You know what I mean? So maybe he prays off of that energy, Yeah, he is lying. I'm telling you, he's lying, girl. The moon came out. Mm-hmm. So you're basically the black sheep. That's sad. Sorry to hear that, Shevish. I really am. It's very unfortunate. But yeah, you can get your own place, and now that you're aware and you're aware of the type of potential power you can harness in this situation, girl, don't let your left hand know what your right hand doing. You know what I mean? Apply for them apartments, get that stuff taken care of, so that way he want to act crazy. He got his hand out the first of the month. See you later. Really? You mean like something like what do you mean weird? Yeah, I think he has a relationship with her. Like he's like F her when she's mad at him, but then once she's back, then he lets her back after saying he's not letting her, but he makes it all about the kids. But as soon as she's all good with him and helping him out, it's like he hits a switch and turns on everyone. Yeah, I'm not really sure what that's about, but I don't know. I'm not sure what that's about. She could be his favorite. Sometimes it be like that when you have siblings. Sometimes one sibling is preferred over the others. Even if the parent would never admit that they have a favorite. You know what I mean? But it's sad that he's so obvious and bold with it. That's so bogus. That's so bogus. Wow. Why does he act weird with you versus your sister Jazz? Okay. Hey, beautiful. You're gonna wash your hair. No, leave that alone. Don't come on my desk touching things. Go play with your toys or go sit on the rug.
Guys, he's trying to hit me.
Tell him don't hit you. Tell him mommy said not to hit you. Be careful getting out of there. I don't want you to hurt yourself. All right, so you want to know like why he's so weird with you versus your sister Jazz? Okay, I got you, girl. So why is Shavish's dad act so weird with her versus her sister Jazz? Why does he act so weird with Shevish versus Jazz? Why does he act so weird with Shevish versus Jazz? Okay. Ooh. What's the order of your like the order of siblings? Are you older or is she? She's the oldest one. Okay. Seven of Wands is coming out, and that's like a wounded warrior type of energy with the Chariot here. So he feels more inclined to her because she y'all stop running back and forth. It's distracting me. Okay, so the reason why he does that with her is because he feels sympathy for her. He feels sorry for her. He feels like, and it could be guilt. It could be guilt for how she was, like what she went through when she was younger with him. But I just see him really trying to maintain that relationship with her. Okay. There is an Ace of Cups here with a Temperance too. And I feel like that she kind of, her personality meshes more with his. I think like he feels that when it comes to like you and him, it's always been kind of like heavy. Okay. So you say your dad's a Gemini, right? So I feel like that with your dad, you hold him accountable more. Like you kind of like question him. You don't let him just say whatever. You don't let him do whatever. Like you're always kind of pushing back in your own way. And I don't necessarily think that she does it as much. Even if she does do it or if she's disrespectful, she doesn't do it as much. That's what he feels. Like he feels like you're always challenging him with the Ten of Wands. Tell me more about the Ten of Wands. Yeah, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie. This is like some deep stuff, but like he really when your mom conceived when they conceived you, they were not in a good space with each other. So he could look at it as you, not to say that he hates you, but it's like he really didn't want another kid. I don't know what they had going on, but something was going on with the family. Something was going on with their relationship with each other. And he really didn't want another kid, or he was at least hoping that you would be a boy and you weren't. So it feels like he's just built resentment over time with that. And with the High Priestess here to the Star card, there's also something about you that he never understood. You know what it's giving? It's giving like Matilda. Yeah. It's giving Matilda, like when she was born, her family did not understand her. Like it was almost as if she was placed in the wrong family. So you could be dealing with a family full of narcissists, energy vampires, whatever, and you're one of the more spiritually inclined. And sometimes, like, you will be considered a black sheep because of your spiritual gifts, because of your spirituality. And that's something that he doesn't agree with or that he doesn't care for about you. Um, Has he been like trying to convert you or anything like that? Like when he found out you were into like tarot and stuff? Give me 1 second, Shevish. You can still type, but I got to take this call. Okay, Chevy, sorry about that, girl. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Yeah, I see that being also a problem. He's not okay with that. You just, in his eyes, you're just rebellious. You're rebellious. Even if your sister could curse him up from the sun up to sundown, he still feels like that. She's more of like, she's more of his ideal daughter. You get what I'm saying? So let me read your comments. He threatened to kick you out of your car. It's made me throw them all away. Oh my gosh. I mean, I also kind of detached from him at a young age. Like my family felt like I was the fave, and I don't know how. I was the fave until a certain age, I guess. Because when I turned 11, 12, that daddy's little girl face turned completely off. I started seeing how weird and controlling and angry he truly was. I was like, this shit is not normal. Yeah. And maybe like he sees some of your mom in you too. Like, people are weird like that, you know, like especially like if someone's like a narcissist or sociopath, like yeah. But that 11 and 12, that's the age of awareness to me. That's the age where you like those rose-colored glasses from your childhood go away. Your mom don't stand up for herself. So when he's talking to you, he probably talking to. Okay, so what I meant by that is like maybe you favor her. So when he's talking to you, he might be like his brain thinking he's talking to her. So everything he's saying to you, he be saying to her. You get what I'm saying? It's so twisted. But yeah, it's so sad. But it does seem like you just have that black sheep syndrome when it comes to your family, unfortunately. You know. But I would definitely suggest therapy. Hey, we should not be doing. What's going on? What happened? What happened? Sedona, leave your brother alone. My house is crazy, girl. Like, he knows she was shut up and put up, and I don't do that. Yeah, so you kind of challenge him. Oh, yeah. After you became an adult, you said F no? Yeah. You challenge him. And sometimes people that are controlling like that, they don't like to be questioned. You know what I mean? But yeah, he got some issues. He got some issues. And unfortunately, he didn't do the work, you know, so now it's a generational thing where you have to be the one that kind of breaks that curse so that you don't attract a man that's like him or have sons that are like him, you know? That's crazy, though. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing is the difference between y'all two. I still feel you. So yeah, the best thing you can do is just, you know, become self-efficient. Take that money that you've been pouring into his house and whatever and pour it into you. You know, pour into you. You'll be all right. It's just taking that leap of faith. When he argued with me last week, like he couldn't even say what I do wrong besides me so-called having an attitude. That's never there. He insinuates it. After I told him he was assuming, he tried to bring up some stuff from 3 years ago. That's what they do. It just seemed like you're like dealing with a narcissistic parent, and that's draining. Right, but it's like I'm grown. You gonna sit there and have your hand out when it's time for me to pay some bills around here? Then you better stay out my business, sir. Unless I'm coming to you with like legitimate wanting your help, stay out of my business. I am of age. I am legal. I could go and put an apartment in my name. I can go put a car in my name. I could go get credit cards. Like, what are you doing? Like, you can really miss me with that. So I'm saying, like, you're not the family guinea pig. You're not the family scapegoat. So I think this is going to be that year where you finally say enough is enough. And I see you just removing yourself from the house or the apartment, whatever you guys are in. And he's going to try to spin it on you. He's going to try to talk negative about your situation, you know, because he's not going to like that. He's not going to like that now. He can't get that money. But you live for you. You did your due diligence with your dad. But honestly, he gonna pay for that though. He gonna pay for that, for taking advantage of you. So I said people better stop messing with these chosen ones. I'm being so for real. So that's what I got, okay? But now that my sister helped him, he whatever. See how long that helped? That works. Oh, I didn't even see it, for real, girl. And then if you could do me a favor, Chevish, just so like we can be on the same page, could you start like numbering your mod questions and your because I know you get like 2 in depth and then you get yes or no's, just so like I can keep track of it and you can keep track of it. Like I obviously don't mind you using them, but yeah. But let me look at your yes or no. Hold on. I gotta scroll up a little, well down a little bit. Shouldn't do that. Hey, where is it? What was it? Hold on. When did you send it? Oh, okay. There you go. Okay, I didn't see it up there, so I'm glad you just put it back in there. Okay, so when Chevish does decide to leave, will she remain financially okay? Like, will she be stable? Will Chevish remain financially okay, and will she be stable? Oh, your dad? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so when Chevish decides to leave, I'm sorry, I thought that was a typo. Will her dad remain financially okay? Like, will he be stable after she leaves? No. You got the death card. It's going to be something that he's been trying to avoid, which is why he's been manipulating you. But he knows his time is up. He knows his time is up with you. He knows that he has taken more than he should. Okay. And I told you, Pluto retrograde is going to mess with him. So he is going to go through some hardship. He is going to go through some financial woes because as above, so below. You can't sit there and take advantage of your children and then you know you're wrong, but you keep telling yourself, oh, well, she's my child. She's my child. No, yes, she was your child, but she is also an individual. You are not, like I say, we are on borrowed time. Just because you gave birth to this, well, he didn't give birth, but just because you gave this child, you gave this child a chance or whatever, doesn't mean that you're entitled to her labor for the rest of her life. Like, you're not a slave. So because of that, I do see spirit dealing with him. I don't necessarily feel like it's going to even be financially that he's going to struggle. It's going to be more of his health. And with that health, that's going to cause the hardship. With his health issues, that's going to cause the hardship because the medical bills are going to be stacking up. So I don't know what he got going on. I don't know what's up, but I'm just seeing health issues. I'm seeing health issues. And that is what's going to cause the strain. No, it ain't about wishing bad health on anybody. It's about stating the truth. You're not wishing anything on your father. That's why you get to wash your hands with that situation. And it's not to say that he will have a demise because of health issues. But ultimately, when you put out that type of negative energy, it has to return back to you. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Right. So that's just unfortunately what's, to come. But I mean, you preserve yourself because you deserve to live a life where you can go get a bucket of ice cream at 3:00 in the morning if you want to, where you don't have to answer to nobody, where you can have a guy over and have some wine and watch a movie if you want to, because you're grown as fuck. It's like, that's that. That's that. So you deserve that. You deserve that. And I really know that, like, once you get out of there, you're going to feel so much better. You're going to feel like a weight lifted off your shoulder. Even though you got to pay bills, you've been paying bills. It's nothing new to you. You've been keeping people afloat. It's nothing new to you, but you're going to feel so much better. It's going to feel so surreal to walk into your house and not have to deal with nobody in their antics, not have to answer to anybody. It's going to feel so good, girl. So I look forward to that for you. He takes prescriptions. Well, yeah, I mean, that's possible. You may be used to having people around you, but eventually you'll get used to it. Eventually you'll be fine. Sometimes silence is necessary, So you'll get there. You'll be fine. Okay. All right, girl. Well, I am going to be coming off. I may come back on tonight. I just got to see how it's looking tonight with everything. But hopefully we get some traction this evening. We'll see. But in the meantime, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for being an excellent mod. I appreciate it. And I will talk to you later. Okay? Okay, I will. Bye, girl.